Alright guys, so I wanted to make a quick video and talk about perler art. I think perler art goes very nice with video games, displaying them with your video games. And so I wanted to make this kind of like a quick tutorial on what you'll need for perler beads and how to get into it, how to start making your own perler creations. So some of the things you'll need is definitely you'll need perler beads. And perler beads, you can usually buy all these things at Michael's, and the way we usually get them is when there's 50% off one item coupon, we get these things at Michael's. So big perler buckets. The bad thing about those, you might have to sort them. So when you do sort them, you may want to put them in bags, or you may want to buy some sort of sorting cube thing where you can get these at, office supply store or something. And another thing, they also sell individualized bags that already come ready for you to use. I guess like black, you'll need a lot of black, as you can see a lot of these figures are outlined with black. But they also sell these pre-sorted things, and the good thing about this is when you're finished with these beads, you can start pre-sorting the ones from the big bucket in here. So that's pretty good. Let's see what else we can talk about. Okay, so you'll also need to invest in pegboards. And the pegboards, you can either, I guess, start with the small ones, because that's what I started with, and I was able to make all these creations. And these pegboards start clipping onto each other, and you can see that the bigger your creation is, the more the pegboards you can snap on. But if you're going to start making really huge creations, I guess really big ones, you may want to invest in a super pegboard. Another thing that I want to say about pegboards is, say for instance you make a creation and you have it here. If you don't like the way it's facing, you can always put this on top, sandwich the pieces together, and then flip it, and then you can iron it on the other side. Yeah, and what you'll need is also parchment paper. These little things already come with certain amounts of parchment paper, but they come with these parchment paper that is like already folded. I really don't like using this anymore. I did in the beginning because it was part of the kits, but you can see when you do use that kind, when you do iron them, they start to get those creases in them. And so what I recommend is getting parchment paper, like cooking parchment paper. You can cut your own size pieces, and when you do that, you can see that your creations, when you do iron them, they have no creases in them. So let me see what else I can talk about. Also, you want to invest in a good set of tweezers because you're going to be picking up beads and putting them on the pegboard. The thing I like doing, or the technique that I like using, is just grabbing a handful of beads and start using tweezers to pick them out of my hand to put on the pegboard. And all these creations, or these things, you can find online. Just type in sprite of something like Kirby sprites, Hulk sprite, Chibis, what these things are. Zelda sprites, whatever it is. And I guess you'll have to iron these things too. So when you put, say for instance, your board down, you put your beads down for your creation. When it's finished, you have to iron it. And so what you end up doing is you put a piece of parchment paper over it. You take your iron, you set it to the setting right before steam, and then you start to iron it in kind of like a circular motion. And it doesn't take that much for them to stick, but something you want to do is maybe put a book on top of it so it doesn't bow. What I mean by bow is they start to curve if you don't put something heavy on it, but if you do put something heavy on it like a book, they stay very straight. And so I think I've hit pretty much everything that I wanted to hit about perler beads. Okay, so let me show you the collection here. This obviously isn't everything we had. We've gifted most of them away for Christmas, but these are the ones that we have left. The only two that I've created myself have actually been the Charmander, this Kirby Snowman, and I created a Totoro, a really big one. But my sister's pretty much created most of the other ones. I've helped her a little bit. Let me know what you guys think. It is relatively inexpensive to start perler beads, and they look very nice on the wall or just as something to display. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you have any questions, whether it be about perler art or you want to talk about video games, let me know. Thank you.